Yeah, yeah. Welcome everybody. Yeah, welcome to my page, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV. Yeah, so we are live now. So I greet you at your location time. Mo kí yín o, mo kí yín ní gbogbo ibi tẹ́ bá ń wà. Tẹ́ tí ń gbọ́ mi, tẹ́ sì ń wò mí. Ojú yín ò ní fọ́ o, etí yín ò ní di. Ẹ kú ọdún tuntun. Àṣeyí ṣàmọ́dún o. Nínú ọdún tá wà yìí, a ní fi òkú ẹnì kankan ránṣẹ́ sílé, a dẹ̀ ní gbé òkú ẹnì kankan jáde nínú ibi tá bá wà. So mo kí yín. So mo fẹ́ kọrin kékeré kan ni o. Ẹ gbà mí o, ẹ gbà mí bí bá ṣe rí. Yeah. Ọdún ń lọ sópin o, bàbá mímọ́. Jọ̀wọ́ máa ṣọ́ wa o, táyà tọmọ. Ohun tí ó pa wá lẹ́kùn o nínú ọdún. Má jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa o, bàbá rere. Má jẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí wa o, táyà tọmọ. Kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀, ohun búburú ò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ọdún yìí. Àwa tá ṣe eléyìí, a tún máa ṣe èyí tó ń bọ̀, a máa ṣọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ẹ̀. Nínú ọdún tuntun, a máa ríre bára ṣe. Orúkọ tèmi ò yí padà, Timo Starboy. Yeah. So orí ìkànnì Timo Starboy náà lẹ́wà. So ẹ bá wa share ètò, ẹ share ẹ̀. Tó bá ti ń dọ́dọ̀ yín, ẹ share ẹ̀ síbi tó bá yẹ kẹ́ share ẹ̀ sí. Ẹ má share ẹ̀ sọ́dọ̀ àwọn ọ̀tá o, àwọn ọ̀tá tí wọ́n fẹ́ wa fúnre. Àwọn nínú ibi tó máa flag kiri. Jẹ́ kí ayé wọn kó máa flag ẹ̀. Kò sí wàhálà. Ire tí èèyàn bá ṣe láyé yìí, ó gbọ́dọ̀ gbẹ̀san ẹ̀. Ó máa ní Ọlọ́run náà la máa jábọ̀ fún. Jọ́kan gbogbo á kú. So gbogbo á kú àárọ̀ ọ̀run. Gbogbo alájẹkú ní gbèsè. Kò sẹ́ni tí kú máa yẹ̀ lẹ̀ pé my paddy, eléyìí, my son, my brother. No, ikú ò ní family. So gbogbo wa náà la jẹ̀bi ẹ̀. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. So a dẹ̀ ní fọjọ́ lọ́jọ́ lọ. Nínú title tá gbé kalẹ̀, ó yẹ kẹ́ ti rí ní orí big screen ní former governor Ondo State, Mr. Akeredolu, died at 67. Was it not yesterday? Yesterday náà ni. So wọ́n dẹ̀ ti yan ẹlòmíì pápápá. Ẹ mọ bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí. Bí orílẹ̀-èdè ń ṣe rí náà nìyẹn ní Nàìjíríà. Pápápá náà máa ń ṣe nǹkan wọn torí àwọn tó ń tò lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ wọ́n èrò pọ̀ ńlẹ̀. So ẹni tó kú òun ni tiẹ̀ gbé, òun ti lọ nìyẹn, òun lọ jábọ̀ f'Elédùmarè. Ó ṣe dáadáa ni o, yálà ipò ṣe búburú ni o, ó máa jábọ̀ ìrere f'Ọlọ́run. Ó gbọ́dọ̀ jábọ̀ ẹ̀. Gbogbo àwa náà á jábọ̀ ìrere f'Ọlọ́run. Kó yẹ kó máa yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Kó yẹ kó máa yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Bá ṣe yàn wọ́n ní bàbá ṣe dáyé náà ni a ṣe máa rí bí ilé ayé ṣe rí. So ẹ̀yin tó dẹ̀ kù lẹ́yìn, ẹ̀yin gọ́vnà tó kù, ẹ ṣe rere. Ẹ fi eléyìí kẹ́ fi ṣe igi ọ̀pọ̀tọ́, kẹ́ ká ẹ̀kọ́ lára ẹ̀. Torí gbogbo bá ṣe ń gbọ́, wọ́n ní wọ́n unplug kíní machine tán fi support life ẹ̀. Àwọn kan ní wọ́n páyẹ̀ ni. A mọ̀, ojú wa ò tó, ojú Ọlọ́run ló tó. Gbogbo kómídèkómí, gbogbo bá ṣe jẹ́, Ọlọ́run náà la máa jábọ̀ fún. Ọlọ́run náà ló máa ṣèdájọ́. A lè ṣèdájọ́ ara wa. Torí bó ṣe rí, ẹrú Ọlọ́run ni wá. Àgùntàn Ọlọ́run sì ni wá. Tó bá ṣe wù Ọlọ́run ló máa, ìgbà tó bá wù ló máa pa wá. Ìgbà tó bá wù ló máa pa wá. Ẹni tó máa pààyàn tó máa dúró síbẹ̀ lọ́lọ́run. Ẹni tó máa pa èèyàn tó tún máa jí, tó máa ní èmi náà mo tó bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sẹ́ni tó máa bẹ̀ lẹ́wọ́ wò. Torí òun ló ní ẹ̀mí wa. Ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa. Gbogbo àjánú mọ́ àkànján pátá ni. So kò sí tó ń bọ̀ lókè tí ilé ò gbà lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run. Kò dẹ̀ sí bí ewé ṣe máa bọ́ lára igi tọ́lọ́run ní mọ̀ sí. Pàápàá jùlọ àwọn alágbára tó máa ní àwọn làwọn pàṣẹ. Wọ́n ti gbàgbé pé ẹni tó ní àṣẹ, ọba aláṣẹ, ẹni tó lè pàṣẹ, tó lè fàṣẹ dára, òun Elédùmarè. Wọ́n gbàgbé ni. So ìgbàgbé ló ṣe wọ́n. Ọlọ́run á dẹ̀ máa rán wọn létí torí ikú ti wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn. So oníkálukú, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe rere. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe rere. Ilé ayé yìí àwa máa filẹ̀ lọ ni. àwa àfilẹ̀ lọ ni. Kò sẹ́ni tó jogún ilé ayé, kò sẹ́ni tó jù sí ilé ayé. kò sẹ́ni tó ju agilítí tán fa awọ ẹ̀ dágbẹ̀ àwọn tó fi awọ ẹ̀ ṣe náà wọ́n máa kú náà ni bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. So ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe rere o, ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe rere. Ohun tèmi ní kémi wá bá yín sọ, ẹ̀yin alágbára ayé, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ mọ̀ tán, tẹ́ sọ pé kò sẹ́ni tó máa yẹ̀ yín lọ́wọ́ wò, ẹ máa rántí ikú, torí ikú òun ló lágbára jù. Ó certainty ni, kò sẹ́ni tó máa yẹ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ wò, so ikú òun nìkan ló lè yẹ ọwọ́ wa wò. So bó ṣe jẹ́ nìyẹn. Wọ́n ní ọ̀gbẹ́ni náà Mr. Akeredolu ipò die of prostate cancer. Èyí ó tún bù àyà o. Prostate cancer jẹ̀bọ́n náà ń tweet ọ̀nà lágbo fún ní Nàìjíríà ni. Báwo ni àgbo ṣe ràn? Wẹ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ ó yé Ọlọ́run, gbogbo ẹ̀ yé Ọlọ́run. So mo fẹ́ fún yín ní fídíò kan ni, torí fídíò ni tiwa ń bí báyìí. Àwọn ò ní sọ̀rọ̀ ká má fi backup sí, àní sọ̀rọ̀ àní ṣètò ká má fi backup sí. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé táṣà bá balẹ̀ ó máa fọwọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan lọ sókè ṣáá ni. Mo la ṣe ní èyí tó wà lọ́kàn wa ká tó wà pọ̀. Báà náà ṣe rí náà nìyẹn o. Ó ṣe pàjáwìrì, ó bá àwọn ará Ondo ló ní òjijì, ó bá wọn lójijì torí wọn expect ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní wọ́n páyín ẹ̀ ni, wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe bákan ni. Wẹ́ àwọn tó dẹ̀ pa náà káwọn náà má kú, àwọn alágbára tó pa náà kọ́ má kú, kọ́ ju sílé ayé, kọ́ máa bọ́ Ọlọ́run fà pé àwọn làwọn nílé ayé, Ọlọ́run ló lókè, káwọ́ ẹni tó lágbára jù. Wọ́n ní kóbìnrin tọ̀ àtọ̀rìn, kọ́kùnrin ká tàtọ̀rìn, èèyàn kan á lómi lẹ́yìn ẹsẹ̀ jura wọn lọ. Tọ́lọ́run ní ó ṣe, Ọlọ́run ló máa ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run, tó ń ní bàbá láṣẹ. Elédùmarè òun ló dá wa, òun ni oríṣà, òun ló ń ṣàwá, òun ni orí tó ń ṣàwá. Torí àwọn kan máa ń sọ pé òrìṣà òkè kọ́ lọ́lọ́run, òrìṣà òkè. Torí èmi tún fẹ́ fi lè, mo tún fẹ́ fi correct àwọn tí ò gbọ́ Yorùbá dáadáa, àwọn tí wọn mọ̀kànmọ̀kàn tó mọ bó ṣe ń pe orúkọ Ọlọ́run tó máa ní òrìṣà kọ́ lọ́lọ́run. Ọlọ́run òun lórí tó ń ṣàyàn. Ṣé orí ẹni tó jẹ́ orí á tún máa ṣara ẹni? Àwọn tí ò gbọ́ nǹkan kan tó hàn ti ẹ̀gbédè tọkàn máa sọ málamàlá, wọn máa sọ rédèrèdè lẹ́nu. Òun la ṣe ń correct, torí péjì wa yìí náà ó wà fún ẹ̀kọ́ ìdánilójú, ẹ̀kọ́ tó yàn kóró. So làwa ń túnú bíbáyìí là ń bá yín sọ, òun là ń teach yín bíbáyìí. So ẹ máa listen sí program wa, kẹ̀dẹ̀ máa share, kẹ̀ máa love like ẹ̀, Ọlọ́run àtúntì náà ṣe. Gbogbo ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀ ń flag náà ẹ múra sí. Ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ní pàṣán ta fi nàyà lé ni, ó ń bẹ lájà fún yàwó. So ó ń bẹ lájà fún yàwó. Àwọn máa nà yín pàṣọ, àwọn máa kàn yín kò lórí, torí orí yín ò pé. Ẹ máa flag ilé ayé lẹ̀ ń flag, torí ẹ fẹ́ gbé tò rere. Ibi tí wọ́n bá ti ń parọ́ tàn yín jẹ, ibẹ̀ lẹ máa ń tò sí. Ẹ̀yin alábòsí lẹ́yìn wà, ẹ̀yin ò sí lẹ́yìn ẹni tó ń sọ òdodo. Wọ́n bá ti ń sọ òdodo bọ́, wọ́n máa jó yín lára fàì, wọ́n máa gún yín ní lára bíi píìnì ni. Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ dàda máa sọ, tá a máa fi kúò láyé yìí. Òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ kò ní kúò lẹ́nu wa. So ẹ jẹ́ kí n má dónà pẹ́nu, ẹ jẹ́ fún yín fídíò yìí English ni. So bóyá most of you ẹ ṣáà máa gbọ́ díẹ̀ ń bẹ̀. So Sowore on Arise TV ó ṣàlàyé nípa ti ikú olóògbé Mr. Akeredolu àtàwọn fámìlì ẹ̀, ń tán participate, ń tán ṣe ń bẹ̀, bọ́n ṣe lọ́wọ́ sí, bọ́bẹ̀ ṣe kún, bọ́bẹ̀ ṣe pa, bíṣu ṣe kún, bọ́bẹ̀ ṣe pa, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wò lọ. So ó ní ẹ jẹ́ ń gbé yín débẹ̀ fídíò ẹ̀ ni.
Akeredolu has led a delegation of top government functionaries,
Deputy
State and National Assembly lawmakers, including members of his cabinet, on the private condolence visit to the Ibadan, Oyo State residence of his former boss, late Rotimi Akeredolu. The meeting was held away from the prying eyes of journalists at the Jericho residence of the Akeredolus. Shortly after the meeting, Governor Akeredolu described the demise of his former boss as a personal and national loss, stating emphatically that the late senior lawyer was an accomplished Nigerian who contributed in no small measure to national development.
Do or die. Sherry.
Under my leadership, government of Ondo State, on behalf of the good people of Ondo State,
Akeredolu,
a condolence visit
governor of Ondo State,
the immediate and extended family of our former governor, Rotimi, Akeredolu, SCSU, and who passed on in his private home here in Ibadan. Yes, we have to do this because he has always been our leader.
Are you seeing it?
A courageous one, for that matter.
That light is blinking.
Who has governed Ondo State in the last 6.5 to 7 years.
About the production.
With great courage and with so many legacies
upgrade our own channel very well.
He's an exemplary leader, a courageous one, a leader that believes in fairness, equity, and justice. A senior advocate of Nigeria who speaks on national issues
that is,
so that
legacy.
Adjustment and proper decisions can be made concerning any issue in Nigeria. So he's known for that as an activist. Today he's no more.
He's a lawyer.
We have to pay him that
former lawyer.
Respect by coming to the family to condole with them, to commiserate with them.
And it's not signing out before he passes away.
Done that.
He doesn't sign the governor out.
God will grant the families the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. And for those of us that he has left behind, to be able to emulate some of the values, the sterling qualities that he's known for, so that we can keep on with the legacies that he has left behind.
They don't even allow, sorry guys, they don't even allow the guy to pack his luggage before the elected new governor in Ondo State. They did not wait for the guy. They say the time is short. To even give the guy a week for mourning, but they didn't do so. So anyway, that is Nigeria for you.
Joining me now is a former presidential candidate, Omoyele Shori, who is also from Ondo State. Shori, good to see you, and thanks for your time as always. You first give us a sense of how developments, how things are going in Ondo State at the moment. Let's first of all jump to, if we can backtrack. I recall you were one of those who spoke while this was on, specifically talking about our constitutional rules that must be adhered to when the late governor was ill. And I'm quite sure you were excited, even though it was the state is still in mourning, you were excited that at least the Constitution was obeyed after all.
Well, thank you for bringing me on your show. The Constitution was not obeyed. They tried everything they can to ensure that they didn't meet constitutional standards in transferring power. All of this was unnecessary. We could have resolved this a year ago because there was available evidence from us, that the governor was not likely to make it. But I blame those who were manipulating the people of Ondo State and those who accepted that, including myself. It took too long to intervene before this was finally resolved. They did not hand over. They did not invoke the doctrine of necessity. As a matter of fact, by last week, they were still claiming that the governor was going back on vacation. And if I heard the governor, the substantive governor, right, he's just said, and maybe I may be wrong, that the man passed on in his house and not Germany. I don't know if you heard him right, but we should find out where he passed on to the great beyond, because that's also important. Because the family issued a statement saying he died in Germany. His former deputy is now saying he passed on his house. Maybe it's a grammatical issue.
There was a scandal that is not
I'm saying that if he hadn't died, there would still have been a lacuna.
There was a scandal, a lot of scandal.
Be accepted next time.
Yeah, sure. Sorry to butt in here, because I think, yes, you heard right. And I also heard him say he passed on in his home in Ibadan there. There were reports first that he passed on in Germany and another in Lagos, and now we just heard this. But again, if we put all of that into what you just said, because you said day.
Guys, as you can see, controversy, you know, there was a forgery, there was a scam, you know, scammer, you know, they are just mixing up things, you know, a lot of controversy, you know, so scandalous is happening on this man's death. We don't know actually what by this guy, you know, and by God's grace, maybe they will do the traces. I hope so. I hope they will do the real justice and the traces of how this guy was spied, because now it's a lot of scandalous, you know. Some people, they are forging the signature, you know. Some people, there are a lot of controversy. So let's continue hearing the video.
Does it also mean that?
I don't know if you heard him right, but we should find out where he passed on to the great beyond, because that's also important, because the family issued a statement saying he died in Germany. His former deputy is now saying he passed on his house. Maybe it's a grammatical issue. I don't know. But I'm saying that if he hadn't died, there would still have been a lacuna. And it should not be accepted next time.
Yeah, sure. Sorry to butt in here, because I think, yes, you heard right. And I also heard him say he passed on in his home in Ibadan there. There were reports first that he passed on in Germany and another in Lagos, and now we just heard this. But again, if we put all of that into what you just said, because you said day, does it also mean that there were, you know, some puppet masters who were at play while the former governor was ill?
Well, if you looked at the pictures of this substantive governor visiting the home of Governor Akeredolu, late Governor Akeredolu today, you see the demeanor of the wife and the contempt in the way he was looking at this governor who had just come to visit. You will know that it was all manipulative, and she's acting all sad now.
You can hear that, guys.
2 days ago,
manipulation is taking place.
Insulting everybody, that they are bush people.
Manipulation. This is Nigerian government for you.
Some members of the House of Assembly. And now we are finding out tonight that Akeredolu didn't die in Germany. So they are all lying to the public that he died in Germany. Maybe they wanted to use that to take some more money out of the state.
What an interesting.
Everything is a lie. You know, now we might have to demand to see Akeredolu's body physically to be sure that he hasn't died a long time ago and buried before they came up to announce it. Because basically, what these people did, the wife, his son, and the political cabal in Ondo State, was just use his vulnerable condition to take out their greed on the state. 5 million people. They're just taking out money, forging signatures. That's why I say that if this was a saner society, these people would be investigated and properly investigated and indicted for the criminal acts they perpetrated using a vulnerable man. This should not have happened to Akeredolu at all. And that they could do this to their family, you can understand why they're so mean towards the people of Ondo State. And, you know, people will say, well, this is not the time to say it. But we had to say this during Yar'Adua's time. Unfortunately, we didn't learn from it. That's why this happened. Because had the law been properly done at that time, after the Yar'Adua saga, we would not have had to go through this. And this is a shame. It's a shame that now we are finding out tonight that he died in his house. As of yesterday, they said he died in Lagos. A family, because I saw a statement issued by the family today, signed by one Akeredolu Jr., saying that he died in Germany. They even passed on information yesterday to the media that he died somewhere near Hanover in Germany. So they're still manipulating as we speak. But I knew as of yesterday that something is fishy about, because when President Tinubu issued his own statement, he never mentioned where he died. Lagos State, he never mentioned. It's unusual that they all did not want to talk about where he died. I have a feeling.
You can see scandal in our government.
This man probably died a long time ago before now, and they just kept him wrapped up somewhere in a cooler.
That is a
well,
possible
sure.
way.
I know you just like so many other Ondo citizens are concerned about developments in your state. While we wait for journalists, you're also a journalist and a politician, to unearth what truly is amiss or what was amiss before his death. Let us in on the future of Ondo State. The new governor, Akeredolu, just within hours yesterday, rejigged slightly his cabinet and another, some couple of things he's done today. What do you think the future holds for the man who's now on the saddle?
Sorry, guys. We are having a commercial. Sorry, guys.
I don't have any hopes that things will change. Are you that so? In Germany. So they're still manipulating as we speak. But I know as of yesterday that something is fishy about, because when President Tinubu issued his own statement, he never mentioned where he died. Lagos State, he never mentioned. It's unusual that they all did not want to talk about where he died. I have a feeling, I might be wrong, that this man probably died a long time ago before now, and they just kept him wrapped up somewhere in a cooler.
Well, sure. I know you just like so many other Ondo citizens are concerned about developments in your state. While we wait for journalists, you're also a journalist and a politician, to unearth what truly is amiss or what was amiss before his death. Let us in on the future of Ondo State. The new governor, Akeredolu, just within hours yesterday, rejigged slightly his cabinet and another, some couple of things he's done today. What do you think the future holds for the man who's now on the saddle?
Unfortunately, I don't have any hopes that things will change. Akeredolu was deputy to Akeredolu. He's a member of the ruling APC. You know their character. They're not going to do anything different. And then, sadly for Ondo State, this is political transition period. Akeredolu will probably try to get the ticket for the primaries from the APC, and they won't have time for governance. They just want to try and see what they can do to get him into the electoral mode, and that will be it. Even if there are no elections, these are the guys who are running on those states for.
Please, guys, I want to bring it back a little bit. The operation here is very low. We have a technical error. Sorry, it will be back. The technical error is not going. Sorry, guys.